Hello everyone, welcome back to more chess. We're playing in the evening again, so that whole morning idea, forget that. Against Pepe the Frog. Exciting. Um, I don't know. What do you do up against this bishop? So it's all a mystery to me. Let's just develop a knight. How often can that be wrong? And then plant my own bishop here, so that I can play this somewhat more safely. I got this square well protected, so it's not like they're going to kick me away easily. Hmm. That's some good center control that White has, for sure. I mean, the pawn is defended. I could just ignore this threat. I could do this, which is kind of what I wanted to do anyway. But this lets me possibly get, my C pawn to become a center pawn, which is sort of nice. On the other hand, it blocks in this knight somewhat uncomfortably. He would have to go here to develop, which is not good with this pawn in place. So let's just do this, get the bishop ready. Provide a nice guardian for this bishop. So these squares are becoming a little endangered, I think. Oh, that's cute. Look at that. Um, if I try to move this pawn to defend it, then you pick up. No, that's not true. I was thinking you pick up the rook, but that's a dark square bishop. So I can survive this, right? Seems okay. I have to watch that I'm make sure that I still have the queen taking care of this, but that's fine. I think I'd rather take with knight. This is a decent square for my knight. They have this fork eventually, but but I escape it by taking with knight. I don't like going into this pin, but I think this is probably worse, since it just drops a pawn and then forks the king and rook. Seems bad. Like, I'm no expert, but that doesn't seem like a good thing to happen. We also have this idea sometime. It's supported by a knight, which is nice. They have knight blocks, so I probably am not that excited about it. Get out of here. Let's support this pawn who's in a bit of trouble. Really? Why is that good? Huh. Oh, yeah, the queen is right there, isn't she? Okay, so we're definitely down material here. We can take away White's castling rights if I want though. Take here, rook takes, bishop check. There's nothing left to block. Okay, that seems like a reasonable investment to make. It develops the bishop with tempo. And I think I castle next. The bishop deserves some attention. It's not very solid right now. In the sense that it's out there completely undefended. We could also try a move like this at some point. Ugh. Okay, the queen is no longer there, so that's not so exciting. I like bishop here, because if takes, I get this file. And if not, like, this is sort of okay with me. They probably take with queen, I suppose, since taking with pawn is pretty dangerous for their king. And not a very nice pawn structure. That's a curious move. What's that about? Now they can retake this way? I see. So we will not indulge them with that trade. This is kind of cute, but it drops the bishop, so like cute in a bad way. Let's just get a rook opposite the king. It's probably useful. Takes this half open file. This is a flight square I'd like someday. I'd love to break this pawn down, but I don't really see a way to do it. Not with this bishop where he is anyway. I suppose I could move him, but he doesn't have anywhere to go. Just this trade, which I hate. What are you up to over there? Why don't I just do this? Where are you going? The queen is, I don't know. She's got a fair number of places she can go, but she's getting a little bit restricted. I could have done something. No, I couldn't do this because the knight wasn't there protecting yet. But maybe in future I could do something so dramatic. Guess we'll pre-move there. Although I don't imagine they're. No. If that's legal, don't do it because then we've missed a chance to take the queen, right? Because it would mean bishop has moved here instead of the queen retreating. So knight here. Attacks the bishop. And the bishop doesn't have anywhere very good to go except here. Which actually would be pretty good. But maybe we could block it in like so? Take this flight square instead? Alternatively, I could use this opportunity to develop my rook. But this is not a safe home for him. So that doesn't seem very good. Let's just plonk a knight in here. I presume that, then this. And then I'll have this as a home for my knight. Which is like a little bit out of the way. You'd prefer the knight to be central, of course. But the queen is becoming more and more inconvenienced. Actually, I don't even have to play this pawn move. In principle, I could play knight here. Ooh. So I'm being given a chance to trade. Oh, I see. I don't want to take here because they would recapture this way and threaten mate in one, right? Where are the queen's safe squares? Here, here, and here. And of course, where she already is. This does a great job of neutralizing that knight, and also provides a different safe spot for my own knight here. It obstructs my queen's view of the king side. What if I just played rook here and started trying to attack the queen? That sounds fun. I just noticed a funny tactic that's not actually good. Um, the knight here is threatening to fork the king and rook. Ah, get back or something. But the pawn is guarding it. So you could play bishop here. Then if pawn takes, you actually have this fork, right? You pick up the rook. But you get captured, and so it's like you gave up two minor pieces for the rook, which is not really ideal. And they were fairly active minor pieces as well. But if I could find some other way to convince that pawn to move, I would be very happy. Okay, so right now, where is the queen safe? Here and here. If I play this, that's the only safe spot she has left. These two. What can I do about those? I mean, if she plays to one of them, I can try and chase her with a pawn. But then she gets this as a safe space. No, the rook's already there. Oh, she would just take the rook. No. The rook is not... She's a knight's move away. So here... If here... I could try maybe something like this. She has to go there. Here, here. This. And then she has to go back here anyway. Or here. Wait a minute. I mean, takes... Pawn takes is pretty dangerous, I think, right? Because I have, like, this? So here, bishop takes seems more natural. I don't want to let the bishop get in there. Oh my god, that sounds horrible. Yeah, let's leave this alone. What if I play here first? The queen has several safe locations, and the knight is hanging, so that doesn't seem so great. Well, it's not hanging. It's defended by the queen, I suppose. Let's just go here first and see what happens. Also, this fork here is no longer happening. They must have... Oh, no, sorry. It was here. Yeah, this is working. I got confused. I thought the fork had been here, but that doesn't make sense. So if queen here... I don't know, we just leave her alone for a moment, or maybe go here. Does that work? She has some places to go. Queen here, I think we do this, and she has to go right here. Here, here. Then how do we attack? I don't have a good way to do that. I could also just try this and offer a trade. She kind of has to accept, doesn't she? That gets her out of my house, which is maybe nice. But I'm worried that I'm giving up the opportunity to actually win this queen somehow. Here. Here, here, here. There just doesn't seem to be an actual follow-up, sadly. Okay. Oh shit, this is just dropping my rook. It's horrible. This rook was the queen was guarded by the queen. But no longer is. So obviously this is bad-ish, but we do have this. Actually, we're threatening like mate in 2 if the enemy doesn't take it seriously enough. It wouldn't be, right? Here, here. Okay, yeah, and they're not even going for that much, huh? This seems great. Breaks open the king side a bit. I mean, I know there's like, you know, the rook trade is not exactly ideal for me. Man, this whole world sucks. Maybe I can make it hard for the queen to escape somehow, although obviously I can't. That's my best plan. Ooh. That's interesting. I don't think it's actually threatening anything yet, though. It's just threatening to trade a bunch, I guess, and then be up a rook and a pawn. Seems pretty good. Yeah, you don't need to threaten to win material when you're in a position like this, I guess. I mean, I don't really see anything here. We're just losing this pawn and, like, dying. Okay, you know what? Let's just leave. Okay. So definitely some blunders there. Yeah, there was some little brief window. So this was bad. Why? I'm currently winning, it says. or ahead substantially. Like, material is balanced, and they have what looks like kind of an attack on me, but I'm supposed to actually be ahead. The number of legal moves is very limited. So it should be easy to solve this puzzle, right? The only 4 legal moves are as follows. Ugh. Oh no, there's this! That's one I didn't consider. You can move the knight, or the queen, or the king. What I didn't see is you can move the pawn, and the pawn is protected by the knight. Yeah. Just enumerating legal moves would have been useful here. This defends with tempo, and the bishop has to go back pretty far, I think. Not sure exactly why this is so great. Yeah, the bishop goes back here. Ah, and we get to grab that bishop and tear open the king side a bit. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's cool. Now, when they attacked here, I said, let's just bring this rook over to defend. Doesn't like that. I wonder if I should just be saying, forget this rook. I'm not going to use him. And just grab this. Go in for the same basic idea of opening the king side. And then bring the queen over. No, it does not like that. There are other moves like check, right? But this seems like it's introducing a vulnerability for no good reason. And so I think we should probably protect the rook, and there's only one other way to do that, but I don't know why this is so much better than this. I don't know, maybe it is this check. Nope. Knight? Knight? Here? Oh, wow. The bishop is covering the square, so we're threatening the rook fork. But, like, yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. They're threatening to win the exchange, but I'm threatening to win a rook. So they have to react somehow. Pawn here? What? Why? I guess, right. I mean, the queen is kind of tied down to this diagonal. So even if she wants to win this, suppose, we get the rook eventually. Although it's suggesting maybe chase the queen away first. Fine. It doesn't like queen takes. What's so wrong about queen takes? It says their queen recaptures. Queen takes d7. Oh, no. Queen takes this rook with check. I see. That's why we have to play this. Now we pick up the bishop, and we're still getting this. Because the rook is trapped. There's no rush to grab it. Interesting. So here I'm again winning. So my idea of chasing away this, or inconveniencing this queen anyway, was right, but I didn't capitalize somehow. But I don't see anything else that like really attacks her. I mean, that might not be why this move was good. It might be good for some other reason, but I don't see anything else the knight is doing on this square. I guess, like, apparently it's saying even in this position, I should think about taking the bishop. Although then it changes its mind. No, it says it's fine. Take the bishop. This is so scary to me. And this is still right. Oh, brought me back to this position for some reason. I mean, I guess apparently this is good. But there's something better, even. What is it? I looked at this, right? At some point, I was like, why don't I try opening up this file? But, like, don't they just shut me down like this? Now it's hugely winning because I can take the bishop and grab the pawn in the end. Whether with the knight or the queen, I'm not sure. Yeah, the queen, get her in here. They chase her off, and she just gobbles up the entire queen side. Interesting. Pawn here. I was just excited about the idea of trading off my knight for their bishop, but I didn't. This might have been before I realized how good this was. But after I made that mistake. So is it still this? Oh, I think it's even better because then I don't know. I get this knight? No, it's horrible. What's the answer? Take the bishop. Why? Sack the rook. Ah, it's not a sack. This pawn, were it to recapture, would lead to a guaranteed mate in 2. No? Oh, right, king can go here. This would be mate in 1, so you don't do that. And then we pick up the queen. Oh my god. So, this is the kind of thing I should maybe see. It's like far away, but the knight and the queen coordinating here is not such a far-fetched idea. Right? If I make even this single move, I'll notice that the pawn doesn't want to recapture because this looks pretty scary. And I might say, but bishop can retake, and then say, fine, then take with rook, and they still don't want to do this. Wow, that's a move. Now I'm losing, but this is super, super losing. Sure. This probably still seems okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I definitely had my chances, but I played like 2 blunders almost in a row. Or was it in a row? It was. I went from here to making this move. My opponent does this, and then I make this move. So from -5 to +9 in 2 moves. Pretty bad average center pawn loss across those 2 moves. Okay, I think we're gonna just end the video here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.